All right, let's dive into some news and notes here. Broderick Jones is where we'll start. Named a quote unquote loser during minicamp from the Athletics. Mark Caboli wasn't really he didn't perform well. It was more of a didn't make a bunch of headlines. To pull it right from the article itself, quote, I hate to label the first round pick as a loser based on what he showed the past month because offensive line play cannot be judged until the helmets and pads go on. The Steelers always allow competition to play out. Rarely do they name someone a starter just because of their tenure, their paycheck, or draft status. It appears that Moore is going to make Jones fight for his spot on the roster, and that is why Caboli believes he's a loser, because he didn't come in here, and I think the fans had an expectation that he was immediately going to be that franchise left tackle. He definitely has to earn it. And I think that's the mindset that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to hold. They're not going to change it anytime soon. Do you view it the same way? Do you view Broderick Jones as a minicamp quote unquote loser, or do you have different thoughts?
Well, I think this is more about, honestly, Dan Moore being a winner
Yeah.
than Broderick Jones being a loser, and I think that's something that Caboli said in his article. But yeah, this is, I think, less about Broderick and less about anything he did during minicamp, and just more about the situation around him. And
Mhm.
it seems like everyone is generally comfortable with that, with the situation that he's in and with the guys that are in front of him, and the opportunities that he has to learn and to kind of take this more slowly than kind of throw him to the fire and really make him, I don't know, and kind of put a lot on his shoulders and put like protecting your franchise quarterback on a rookie's shoulders who is
Yep.
also, again, like a raw product. He's got a long to go. Like this, I still think that by the end of the season, Broderick Jones is going to end up starting, if not at least playing some significant snaps. But yeah, I think everyone can be comfortable with the idea that Dan Moore is capable, and especially like you talk about those first few games of the year when
Yep.
you're handling guys like Max Crosby and Miles Garrett and Joey Bosa. Is Joey which Bosa's on?
Nick Bosa is
Nick,
on the
Nick
49ers.
Bosa.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
always get those confused.
yeah, but you can feel very comfortable going into those games and saying Dan Moore is more than capable of handling those guys and handling those first few starts, and you kind of go from there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Dan Moore right now is a winner. Like, I was going to name the winners and losers, but I kind of saw everybody else do it, and I get kind of, I'm not a follower, never have been. I always try to find my own little route there. So I saw everybody's winners and losers. When I was putting my list together during that final week of minicamp, Dan Moore was on my winners. And I think that's just because of two things. One, the Steelers have shown trust in this guy. They haven't, if they wanted to, they would have removed him immediately. That's exactly what they did at cornerback. Joey Porter Jr. is already playing as a starter right now. They've done that with multiple roles in multiple different positions this offseason and in off seasons past. This year, they said Dan Moore is for right now our starting left tackle. On top of that, he's kind of shown his progress and said, "Hey, look I'm ready to be a leader. This is my fourth year or my third year in the NFL. I'm surely ready to step into more of a veteran status." And he started working as the right tackle as well, just to make sure that he's ready to go. I think that Dan Moore really kind of caught the hearts of the Pittsburgh Steelers during minicamp and during OTAs. And I think that goes a long way. I think that's what Caboli was kind of trying to emulate there, and not necessarily just take a jab at Broderick Jones. Do I think Broderick Jones, is going to ever end up a winner this summer? I honestly, I don't know. Like, I think that right now it's a waiting game. He's got to really flash something during training camp to earn that starting job. I think it is a rocky road to climb for him, just because Dan Moore has solidified himself so well into that role this offseason, and has gained the trust, and has been a position that the Steelers, or in a position that the Steelers have said, hey, we've replaced Kevin Dotson. We're set to replace you. We already know that. But at the same time, we're going to kind of let him earn it, and you kind of stay in that role for the time being. I think that labels him a winner. I think Broderick Jones has a lot to prove still. But, do I think it's a big deal that he was named a loser? No. I think people were, especially like some publications were putting out there like, are you kidding me? This is really a loser. I'm like, yeah, well, what did you make a headline? Every other rookie made a headline at minicamp. Every
Right.
other one. Like,